Good morning, students. So, computer network. Now, we will discuss virtual circuit network. A virtual circuit network is a cross between a circuit switched network and a datagram network. Let me see some of the characteristics. The virtual circuit network has setup and tear down phase in addition to data transfer phase as in the circuit switched network. But these three phases are not available in the datagram network. Here, the resources can be allocated during the setup phase or on demand as like a datagram network. So here the pre-planned route established before any packet sent, and the call request and call accept packets established during connection. That is the handshake procedure. Each packet contains a virtual circuit identifier VCI instead of a destination address. No routing decision required for each packet. Clear request to drop circuit, not a dedicated one. So this is the virtual circuit network. So it has some of the characteristics of both datagram network as well as the circuit switched network. So A is the end system and B is the end system. C and D are end systems. These are various switches or routers. So when data is transmitted along with various switches to reach its destination. Here, first we see the addressing. Here, two types of addressings are involved. One is called the global addressing and another one is a local addressing. The local addressing is also referred as virtual circuit identifier, that is the VCI. Global addressing. What is a global addressing means? A source or destination need to have a global address, that is an address that can be unique in the scope of the network or internationally if the network is part of the international network. The global address is used only to create the virtual circuit identifier. So this address is only used to create the VCA. So next, VCA, virtual circuit identifier. The identifier used for data transfer is called VCI, virtual circuit identifier, which is a global address and a small number used to frame between the two switches. When a frame arrives at a switch, it has a VCA. Suppose here the address is a 14 when it arrives to the switch. When it leaves, it has a different VCA. Therefore, now the VCA has been changed to 77. So incoming, the VCA has the value 14. Outgoing, the VCI has the value 77. So this is the switch and table in the virtual circuit network. Right. This table contains the port number and VCA address. Okay, for example, the port number 1, 14, then port number 1, 77. Like for outgoing, the port number 3, 22, and port number 2, 41. So data, the VCA is 77. For another data, the VCA is 14, which is passes through the switches. Okay. Then when it comes to switch 2, this has been changed to 41. This the 77 changed to 41, and then if the data that is the VCA 14, which travels in the port number 3, has been changed to 22. That is 14 has been changed to 22. So this is the switching table. Now let me see. First phase is a setup phase. To transfer a frame from the source to its destination, all the switches need to have a table entry for this virtual circuit. This table has a 4 column. So incoming, outgoing. For incoming, port number and VCI address, like that. Outgoing port number and VCI address. Okay. So when the data is transmitted from the source A, so here capital A is a source and small a refers to data, right? So what is the address of the VCA here? It is a 14, right? So this travels through the port number 3, switch 3. Okay. So when it is travel, then again this switch has the table. So now the VCA of the port 1 is here 66 and outgoing is unknown. Okay. So it requests from the next switch, the switch acknowledge and then send the VCA. Right. Similarly, switch 3. So when the data is reached switch 3, its VCA is here 22, and then when it leaves from the switch 3, its address is here 77. So this data is moved to switch 1, to switch 2, to switch 3 and reaches its destination. So this one is a acknowledge. Right. So here we don't know what is the outgoing address. Okay, the outgoing address is sent by the switch by using this setup acknowledgement. Okay. For example, the 14, right? So this switches send the address of the VCA for the port 1. Similarly, here 62. This switch send the address of 62 via this port switch. So like that, it acknowledged in the setup phase. So the setup phase consists of setup request and setup acknowledgement. Okay. The setup request, source A send a setup frame to switch 1. Then switch 1 receive the setup request frame. It knows that the frame going from A to B goes out through the port number 3. Goes out through port number 3. This switch acts as a packet switch and it has the routing table which is different from the switching table. The switch assigns the incoming port 1 and chooses an available VCI 14 and the outgoing port 3. It does not yet know the outgoing VCI. I don't know what is the VCI of the outgoing, which will find during the acknowledgement step. During the acknowledgement step. Okay, so that is the 66. Then switch 2 receive the setup request frame. So 3 columns of the tables are completed. In this case, the incoming port 1, the incoming VCI is 66 and outgoing port number is 2, but we don't know what is the VCA of the outgoing port. Again, switch 3 receive the setup request frame. Again, what happened? The 3 columns are completed. That is the incoming port 2 and the incoming VCI 22 and outgoing port 3. Then destination B receive the setup frame, and if it is already to receive the frame from A, it assigns the VCI to the incoming frame that comes from A. For this case, it is a 77. So this VCI lets the destination know that the frame comes from A and not other source. So this is the request and then the acknowledgement. So the acknowledgement is a special frame. Complete the entries in the switching table. Okay. So for example, here the previous there is no VCI, then the B acknowledge this VCI is 77, and then these switches acknowledge the VCI of this one is 22, and then this switch acknowledge the VCI of the port is 66, etc. Once the acknowledgement address is received, then this fill up the empty spaces, that is the VCI addresses. Once the setup phase is established, the data will be transmitted. The data will be transmitted. After that, tear down. Third phase is a tear down phase. In this phase, source A, after sending all the frames to B, send a special frame called a tear down request. The destination B respond with the tear down confirmation frame. Then all the switches delete the corresponding entry from the table. So what is called a tear down phase. So in virtual, circuit switching, all the packets belongs to the same source and destination, travel the same path, but the packets may arrive at destination with different delays if the source allocation is on demand. So the delay in the virtual circuit, which is similar to previous, that is the datagram network. So this is the transmission time. The total delay is here 3 transmission time plus the slope 3 propagation and setup delay with the tear down delay. Then efficiency. Here all the packets belongs to the same source and the destination travel the same path, but the packet may arrive at a destination with the different delays if the source allocation is on demand. So this is the efficiency of the virtual circuit network.